Okay, so take a look at this tweet. This was in response to Alexis Ohanian. You can see the top tweet. He was just stepping down as one of the co-founders of Reddit, and he's been tweeting about how he wants to make Reddit better, and he wants to talk about Black Lives Matter and social justice. I have no problem with that. But take a look at the second tweet. Look at the reply, okay? It's the tweet on the bottom half of the page. I like this, but can you use your influence to get racist subreddits and men's rights groups that incite violence bounce from Reddit? Yeah, okay, so this actually really ticked me off, which is why I'm doing a video about it. Like, you're saying that MRAs are the ones who incite violence? Like, for real? And this is the kind of nonsense that I see all the time, like the men's rights movement getting lumped in with racists or white supremacists or alt-righters and all that kind of stuff. And I've said many, many times that's just not true whatsoever. But this, to actually say that it's MRAs who are the ones that incite violence, like, really? Like, are we the ones who say kill all women? Or are feminists the one who always say kill all men? Like, is it MRAs who support legalizing domestic violence against women? Or is it feminists who are supporting legalizing domestic violence against men? Like, one of us doesn't think that baby boys should be strapped down and have the majority of their nerve tissue cut off their penis when they're born in a violent surgery where over 100 baby boys die in the US every year alone. Okay? One of us doesn't really care or shames the other one for talking about that. You know, this is a point I've made before. Feminists are so hypocritical when they talk about toxic masculinity and how, they're trying to break the gender roles and the gender norms where men can't express themselves freely. Being an MRA is expressing myself freely. Like, that is me being a man and expressing my feelings. So when feminists attack MRAs just for existing and they say that we should be banned and we shouldn't even be allowed to exist, how exactly are you fighting against toxic masculinity? You're literally telling men that they shouldn't be able to say certain things just about being men. Like, we shouldn't even be allowed to talk about it. Like, we shouldn't even be allowed to exist. See, I wonder, what would feminists say to a black man who's talking about men's rights? What if there was a black man who was an MRA? And there are many. And he was talking about, I'm an MRA because as a man, these are things that I've experienced and these are issues that I want to talk about. I wonder if feminists would be okay with him saying that. Or would they tell him, oh no, you're not allowed to say that, you're not allowed to think that, you're not allowed to do that, and, you're not even really allowed to exist. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call BS on this one, because there's no way you can tell me that men's rights activists are the ones inciting violence in this conversation. For what? Like, how are we inciting violence? Because we say things like, men shouldn't be forced into the military. Or men shouldn't be forced to work until an older age before they retire. Or, maybe we should look at why boys are less likely to graduate high school and more likely to be homeless. Meanwhile, you feminists saying stuff like this. And they're going to talk about how we are the ones inciting violence? Yeah, I don't think so.